Good morning. Welcome back to my channel, as Steve would say. It's July 1st. I have a weird break between clients, and we're gonna take this little guy, Remy, we're gonna take this little guy for a walk by the beach and enjoy some restorative time, husband and wife, because goddamn I work a lot. So to some people, taking a walk is like easy, second nature. It wasn't always like that for me and Steve. We're gonna celebrate 12 years together next week. And I mean, even me starting off earlier in my training career, I would definitely enjoy playing video games or like any downtime I have. But now that I'm just getting older and just like really seeing the cause and effect of action, I feel like, especially in the mornings, like when I have my breaks, I'll wake up like 5 o'clock in the morning, do a 5:30 client, 6:45, 8 a.m. client. They usually break from like 9:30 to like noon. And while resting is great, it's nice to fit in that restorative time with the wifey, with the puppy. And yeah, I mean, more than just fitness, I feel like there's a lot of single people, not just men. There's a lot of single women out there too. And we ask ourselves, how do we find happiness, or what's going to put us in a better position to do X, Y, and Z? And at least for me, and for this one, I feel like these are one of the easy check boxes that like kind of knocks out 2 or 3 birds with one stone. Get it, calm the mind on your own, get a little quality time, and then of course a little bit of exercise, hitting them steps. Right?
Yeah!
Yeah. So we're also talking nervous system regulation. Both of us are coming off a little bit of a sickness right now, and I think both of us, I don't know if it's like subconscious nerves or what, but since March, I've had, let's see, a marathon relay, a half marathon, a Deca Fit competition for Spartan, and 2 MDL Muay Thai development fights. Anything else? Oh, and then I got my kneecap tattooed, and some Friday the 13th ones. So a lot of physical stress and exertion literally just put me out. Steve was talking about the exact same thing. She's been in school for 45 years now. She's in 17th grade.
20th grade.
And I've noticed it as a theme being her boyfriend / husband this entire time. But every single time there's a semester break or a Christmas break, she gets sick. So there's got to be something to nervous system regulation, and I feel like the more you can get ahead of it, the better. Like, I know a couple years ago there was this big emphasis on like work 60 hours and be the hardest worker in the room and yada 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 yada. I did that, and I was probably the biggest asshole in the world, and
yes,
didn't even make that much money, to be honest. Like the stress of making the extra couple $100 a week wasn't worth me having to alter my mental and emotional state. So if you're one of those people, tends to kind of freak out, get anxiety, have those emotional outbursts, things like that, there's got to be something to the pattern. Break the cycle. Do things like us. Take your ass on a walk. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. How you doing, baby?
Hey.
This is my dog. Good job, buddy. Come on, buddy. So while we're on the topic of being grateful and taking that restorative time and blah, 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 If you guys have seen the movie or the show Animal Kingdom on Netflix, pretty crazy. If you're, yeah, I live like one town over, so really interesting to see the dynamics. And in that show, it's very interesting because they have a crazy fucking mom and a bunch of kids. There's a lot of manipulation and things like that. And I know people talk about all the time, like, oh, no one can relate. Some people might relate, but a majority of the people don't necessarily relate with having parents or people of responsible figure be those types of people. And sometimes it becomes an intrinsic motivator for some people, becomes a distraction for some people. Some people just fucking hate it and just tend to ignore it. So it's digging out any sort of intrinsic motivation you can. Sometimes it's shitty because it involves cutting people off and almost using that as fuel, which is terrible to say, but I'd much rather be on this end than continue the exact same cycle over and over and over again of giving somebody money, empty promises, getting fucked, the apology, the forgiveness, and then go again and again and again and again. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. So it's not all just fitness stuff. This is more life philosophy, how you should handle relationships, friendships, family drama, I guess. But then also how you apply it to other aspects of life. So I know sometimes it's just like me holding the camera up, spewing bullshit, because most of the time on Instagram, it lacks enough context for me to be able to justify why I get so emotional or why I talk about certain things. But this isn't meant for Instagram. This is meant for YouTube. This is meant for people that don't fucking know me. And yeah, we'll talk deeper and deeper as things go on and find out. But if you're one of those people that definitely needs a little more intrinsic motivation or a little more direction, give it a shot. Sorry, I got cut off by a puppy. But anyways, stop doing things that you think you should be doing. And just start doing things that you know you should be doing and know are going to give you a positive return. And I know it might sound selfish, but it is the surefire way to make sure that you're going to get better, because nothing is going to get better unless you're better. Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Never make decisions off of reaction. And a lot of the times when you're over emotional, that's where people react a little too much. So slow things down. Take the minutes and moments like this. I have a fucking 6-hour break between clients, which doesn't really happen. I just got a lot of people sick. You can hear my nasally ass too. But it's being able to find positive outlets in these empty pockets of time instead of just drinking, sitting on the couch, smoking a bowl, taking pills, taking a nap, binge watching Netflix. There's a lot of shitty outlets, and there's a time and a place for restorative time, but balance. Ask yourself those tough questions.